Okay, we have sample training number 3 now. You guys had more questions. So, one of the things you guys wanted to know more about was actually shipping your samples. So yesterday we put together our envelope with our catalog and everything in it. It actually does not weigh that much even though it's big. I do have a scale at home, so hang on one second and I will show that to you. So this is my scale, and it actually just hooks up into my computer through the USB port, and so it doesn't have any power other than that. And all you do is you turn it on, let it get to 0, throw your envelope on there, and this says 5.6 ounces. So when I go to mail it, I'll just round up and put 6 ounces. So that's all my scale is. I got this off Amazon. I will tell you a couple other tips. So there you go. That's that. And my messy desk. Okay, so you can take your samples and you can go down to the post office and wait in line. And if you live in Eden Prairie like I do, everybody else in Eden Prairie will be at the post office waiting in line along with you. That's where my hatred for the post office came from. Then, once I got comfortable with knowing how much things were going to cost and how to do all that, I started doing the self-service machine thing in the lobby of the post office, so you can do that too. And it will let you ship priority or first class, depending on what the weight is and where it's going and all of that. So you still have to go to the post office, but you don't have to wait in line unless there's a line for the self-service. I got sick of all of that, and since my business grew, I was able to, I have a lot more to send out more often. So I started looking into online sources. So there's sort of two things I kind of came across. So one is the USPS.com, and you can do click and ship. But the only thing you can ship is priority mail. That gets pricey. Our samples and catalogs don't weigh enough to be forced to go priority mail. The other option is stamps.com. There's a couple tricks you could do. One is you can just join stamps.com. It's $15.99 a month. But you get cheaper shipping. So you would have to pay attention to how much you ship and what you're paying and whether or not that balances out and it's worth that fee to stay with stamps.com. For me, I'm thinking it might be worth it for me to stick with them. But the cool thing about stamps.com is they have a 30-day trial period for free. So you can try them for 30 days without the $15.99 fee, and you still get the cheaper rates, which is awesome. So if you want to try out stamps.com, do it during a catalog changeover. That's what I did. So if you know you have a ton of things to send out one particular month, like more than normal, that's when you should do it, because then you can try them out and see how you like it without having to pay that extra fee. So just to give you an idea, I wrote these numbers down. Through USPS.com click and ship, my catalog and samples at, 6 ounces would cost me priority mail $5.45 or so minimum to send. If it's going further, like to California or someplace, it's going to cost more. Through stamps.com, as long as it's under a pound, I can send these packages first class, and it will only cost me $2.60. Whereas through sending something through the post office at first class, it's $3.65. So you just have to kind of do your math and figure out what works best for you and your budget and how much you send out. Okay, the other sampling question that we had left over from yesterday was, how do I get my samples into my containers so that they're clean or sterile. Well, if you have a tube, it's super easy. You just take your container, you open up your tube. Let's see, can you see this? Oops, maybe I should do it this way. And you just squirt it in. Put your lid on. You never have to touch the product. Yay! Now, the other way to do this, and I think I still have a container, okay, is say you're gonna sample Skin Delicious. Again, open it up, open it up. Now, you got these cute little pink spoons in your starter kit. Use a spoon in your products instead of your fingers, and it will keep them relatively more sterile. Then you just take the spoon. I kind of fill it up more. See? I didn't touch it. And now I put the lid on and we're good to go. So that is how I do that. I'm trying to think if there's something weird. I do the same thing with scrubs. I use a spoon. If you have a lip scrub that you haven't used for yourself, you can still use a spoon or the little spatula things like I showed you yesterday. So I don't wear gloves. I guess it depends on just how much you want to worry about sterile stuff. Yeah, that's up to you. Okay, I think I covered the rest of sampling. Again, I'm always happy to answer questions, so just go ahead and post anything else you guys can think of. Have a good day.